Club training and to kind of give you an insight to the philosophy behind the 20 Club and how you can implement the 20 Club in your day-to-day business. If you're not familiar, 20 Club is simply 4 who get 4, where you go out and find 4 people in your front line that come in or produce 100 CV in business. So that's this front line right here. That's your 4 on your first level, and you help on your second level. And as I always like to say here in Oklahoma, 4 plus 16 is 20. That's a 20 Club. The reason why this works is because people can see themselves doing a 20 Club. They can see themselves getting 4 people. They know 4 coffee drinkers. Matter of fact, they know 40. They know 400 coffee drinkers. Just at work alone in the break room, there's 4 people. Okay? So the concept is, if you're in business, what's your business plan? If I'm going to start a McDonald's franchise and I have a prospectus this big, don't you think that there's some income projections in those franchise meetings? Arby's, Rib Crib, Qdoba, right? Chipotle, Torchy's Tacos. Do you think those people go in blindly and spend millions of dollars and they go, well, I wonder how much money I can make in this franchise? No, they know immediately how much money they can make. That's why this 20 Club concept has made Sherry and I millions of dollars since the year 2000 in both the primary business and our leads business. Because we can show people how to build the business. We show them something that they can see themselves doing. Just saying get 1 on your left, 1 on your right, or go 12 wide, that doesn't do it. So I'm going to go over exactly what you should be saying, the concept. You can use your own words. But I want you to take some notes here today, because this is basically it's $1 million training, the 20 Club. And you guys know our philosophy, and from this point forward, I'm going to talk about facts. I'm not going to talk about fiction. I'm not going to talk about what could happen. I'm not going to talk about how some guy in Japan that's 18 years old made $1 million his first month, okay, because of some hot product. It doesn't matter. What matters long term for residual income. I'm not talking about your first 90 days. I'm not talking about whether the company has problems or not. I'm not talking about perfect world training. I'm talking about what's carried me for the last 20 years in this business has been a 20 Club. When they do that, 4 on your first level, 16 on your second, that's $660 a month. You can do the math. We pay 5% on level 1. We pay 40% on level 2. My challenge to you is, if I was sitting at a Freddy's or a Chick-fil-A with you today and you had a cocktail napkin and a pen, could you draw out a 20 Club? Could you show me the math how I make $660 a month? Well, I've shown it on videos here for you guys. Just go to our blog, go to our YouTube channel, look around here on this Facebook page if you're watching this on Facebook. I draw out the math. So here's the significance. Right now, and I tell people when I'm talking to someone, and I go, hey, I've gone to bankrate.com and you can go there later, and right now the average CD is about 2%. And do you know, let me ask you a question, John. Do you know how much money you'd have to have in the bank at 2% to make $660 a month? It's not 99 times out of 100 they don't know. It's 101 times out of 100. Trust me, there's nobody that's ever said, yeah, Robert, that's $396,000. They don't know that. And part of prospecting is teaching people the business before they even join. Creating a magnet. You guys already know the fact. 95% of the people or more in network marketing are part-time, but they're in a full-time income model. That's why they get frustrated and quit. That's why they get frustrated and quit. And the majority of the time is because they have to have $100,000 in sales volume just to make $5,000. $100,000 in sales volume is 1,000 people at $100. To get 1,000 people, you'll have to have 5 to 10,000 in your group. How many people can see themselves building a group of 5 to 10,000 people over the next 2 years? Nobody, unless you're a leader that's bringing people from somewhere else. So the deck is stacked against the part-time person. That's the reason why we have the 20 Club. 5% on level 1, 40% on level 2. Everybody's at 100 CV. That's $660 a month in your pocket. Do you know how much money you'd have to have in the bank at 2% to pay you $660 a month? $396,000. How do I figure that? I take 660 times 12. When I get that number, here's my cheat sheet, it's $7,920. $7,920 doesn't sound very exciting, does it, John? As a matter of fact, if I told you, hey, would you like to make an extra $7,900 a year? You'd probably go, nah, that's all right. But you know how much money you'd have to have in the bank? $396,000. Now I got your attention. Which is more likely to happen over the next 8 weeks or 8 months? John, go out and save an extra $396,000 out of your paycheck or in your traditional business and put it in the bank at 2%, or come build a 20 club with us at Felice Cafe. This is what I say every single day. It's what you should be saying. Go out and get 4 people, 1 person a week for the next 4 weeks. All those 4 duplicate you. 4 weeks for you, 4 weeks for them. In 8 weeks, you could have a 20 club. Now, they could come in at $4.95. They could be in at $59.95, which is 50 CV, or they can be at 100 CV. That's why we say go 12 wide to identify 4 who come in or will produce 100 CV in sales. 4 who get 4, $660 a month. It's like having a CD in the bank at $396,000. Does it matter if the bank sends you $660 or if we do at Felice Cafe? If the check clears? No, it doesn't matter where it comes from. Which is easier to do? Which is more likely to happen? Which one can you see yourself doing? In the next 8 weeks, build a 20 club, or in the next 8 weeks, find $396,000 and stick it in the bank at a whopping 2%. Banks are excited. Banks actually put it on their billboard. Hey, CD at 2%. I can't even believe that they're excited about that. So go build your Felice Cafe business with this in mind. All I do all day long is I show people this. And this comes into the 3 categories. Do you know the 3 categories of people that you'll ever talk to about Felice Cafe? When you do, it sets you at ease. It actually puts you in a position to where you're relaxed. There's only 3 categories. You want to write this down. Category number 1, they've never been in network marketing before or even a business before. You want to find out, well, what's got you looking now? That goes down a road of a conversation. Category number 2, they were in network marketing before, but they're not now. Well, what happened, John? Tell me what happened. Okay, category number 3, they're in a network marketing program right now. Well, how's that going for you? What's the name of the company? What's the product? How long you been in? How much money you making? What pin level are you at? Why are you looking now? Why are you open? Do you know 4 people who drink coffee? Well, yeah. You don't even need to drink coffee. You don't need to be on auto ship to make money in our program. You just need to have 100 CV or 50 CV or 25 CV in customer volume. That's what CV stands for, customer volume. 25, 50, or 100 CV, plus some group volume requirements. 500 on your first 3 levels to be at 50 CV, or 100 CV plus $1,000 in volume on your first 3 levels. $1,000 in volume is just 10 people at 100 CV. It's 20 people at 50 CV. I mean, come on, there's no other comp plan that's going to pay so much money up front than ours. This is how Sherry and I have made millions of dollars in both primary business and our leads business, is we had a compressed compensation plan. People can see themselves doing this business. They believe they can build a group of 20. When was the last time you went for an interview for a job and you took the job and you came home and you told everybody that you knew and loved, hey, I start a new job on Monday? And they go, great, what does it pay? And you go, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Did you not ask them? No, I'm just excited about the company. I love their product and I'm just going to go build it. I'm going to go to work. You took a job without knowing how much money you're going to get paid? Well, yeah. Who's ever done that before? Nobody, ever. Ever maybe it's a family business you do that. But nobody that I know, myself included, Sherry included, our family included, has ever taken a job without knowing how much it pays. But how many people do you think join a network marketing program that doesn't know how much it pays? How about 99% of the people? Because most compensation plans are afraid to show you a 20 club. because it's going to pay $120 to $200, maybe $80. They don't want to show it to you because you wouldn't join. Because you'd go, is that it? $80, $120 with 20 people? Wow. How many people do I need in your comp plan to make $660 a month? Ask them that question. They won't know the answer. And if they do, they don't want to show it to you because it's hundreds of people. 20 people, $660 a month, equates to $396,000 on Main Street. That's how people think. A CD, they know what a certificate of deposit is. They know what 2% is. And they know that that's a horribly low number. And they know if you show them $396 for $660 with 20 people, they're in. You got them. You got their attention. That's why people stay with our program. Hey, we've had some hiccups in the first 90 days. And we're accountable to that. The next 90 days, we're going to have less hiccups. The next 90 days, we're going to have less. And by the fourth set of 90 days, we're going to be rolling. And we want you to be a part of our team. We want you to be a part of what we're doing at Felice Cafe. That's why I'm teaching you today what to say and what to do. That's your setup. Never been in. They've been in before, but they're not now. They're in a program right now. Those are your talking points. The reason why people don't talk to someone is because they don't know the answer to the questions that they're going to ask them out of fear. Good attorneys know this. What do great attorneys do? What do? They only ask questions to the person on the witness stand that what? They only ask questions that what? They already know the answers to. That's the number one rule for lawyers and attorneys. They never ask a question that they don't know the answer to, because then that puts them in a position where they lose posture. I have posture every single day. I have my entire career because I already knew the answers to the questions. I already know, hey, do you know how much money it takes to put in the bank at 2% to make $660? I already know the answer to that question. No. So when I show them the math, what does that do for me? It turns me into what? The expert. I could be drawn on my checking account. I could be filing bankruptcy. I could have my car repossessed, and I'm an expert. And people are going to join with me. That's how you build yourself out of the financial position that you're in. That's how I did it. I was broke and I started pitching the 20 Club, and I got rich in 90 days. And that richness was about $1,000. It took me 90 days to make $1,000 in the 20 Club, and from that point on, it went to 5 and 10 and beyond. It's incredible once you get the momentum and you get people in your downline talking the 20 Club all day long. It's awesome. Build your business on the foundation of our compensation plan, which is 4 who get 4. Show your prospects the math by text, by phone, by email, by in person. Do your own Zoom calls. Do your own videos like this. And show people. Start talking 20 Club, 20 Club, 20 Club, 4 who get 4, 4 who get 4, $660 a month, $660 a month. When was the last time you made $660 a month, John? What would an extra $660 a month do for you? $396,000. John, it's almost $400K at 2%. Do you think your job, you'd pay you an extra $400,000 in the next 8 weeks? No. Get 4. Can you get 4 in the next 4 hours, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or 4 years? I know you can find 4 coffee drinkers, and they can duplicate that. You do the math. You set the time frame. You're an independent consultant, independent distributor, independent cafe connector. It's up to you. How fast do you want the 660? Yeah, I gave out samples and people didn't like it. Keep giving them out. Ask those people, do you know any coffee drinkers? Do you know anybody that like to make an extra $660 a month with just 20 people? Get excited. Be a magnet. Get your shield on. Boom, no, boom, no, boom. I'm just blocking them. No, do you know anybody else? Sorry, I know you don't want it. You know anybody else wants coffee? Boom, boom. Nobody else like to make some extra money. This is not hype. This is showing people the plan, our plan. This is why it works. Because you're excited, you're knowledgeable, you have something to talk about. You're not winking in the dark at them. They see you, they know what you're saying, and they either are going to join or they're not. Yes, no, or maybe. You got to be able to get a yes, no, or maybe when you're showing the plan. Hey, just here's a coffee. Tell me if you like it. I'm sorry it didn't work for you. Oh my gosh, I don't think Felice Cafe is going to be for me. I don't think the comp plan pays. The people who say our comp plan doesn't pay are people who don't have a 20 club. I've got someone right now that's got 300 CV in their group, and they're writing negative things saying Robert's lying that the comp plan doesn't pay $660. And they've got one person on their first level, and there's $300 in volume below their third level. And I told them, I said, why don't you go out and build? Oh, 20 club doesn't work. I've already tried it. I go, you got 300 CV in your group, one person front line. Of course it doesn't pay for you. You don't have a 20 club. Do you know 4 coffee drinkers? Oh, I've already sent out coffee to everybody I know. Well, how many samples? I go back and look. They bought 25 samples 3 months ago. Okay? So you have to understand that people are going to not do the business. They're going to allow resistance and a simple obstacle to stop them from building the business. I've been doing this for 40 years. I've heard every excuse in the world. I've given most of them. I'm the basic excuse maker in the world. But if you will fight through your fear and you become an expert at the 20 club, that's all you got to do. How many 20 clubs can you build? As many as you want. Get confident. Understand that your prospect doesn't know what a 20 club is. Your prospect doesn't even know how much money it takes to be in the bank, and that puts you in the driver's seat. And if you do that, you'll start seeing some success in your Felice Cafe business. 20 club, 20 club, 20 club. Say that fast 10 times. Go build a 20 club. 4 people in the next 4 weeks and help them do it. You're possibly 8 weeks away from an extra $660 a month. If I can do it, guys, you can do it. I hope this training has helped you today. Take care and let me know what I can do to help you guys build the business.